Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah podcast.
Crux, Crawford.
Crux, yeah. Dude, I'm fucking so out of it, bro. I'm like Jesse in Breaking Bad when he gets captured and he hasn't fucking shaved or anything.
What's the reason behind all this?
Just fucking busyness, bro. Okay. Just fucking babies and busy and
babies,
comedy and work and all this shit, dude.
No, I was hoping you go for disheveled. The 3 B's. I said babies, business, and then you said comedy, which was not the 3 B's. But
what's the third B?
Bitch it? No, you're married. I would. Yeah, it'd be cool if you said it though.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot
bitches.
Cooler. Yeah, that is cool. You don't need that in your life. You don't need that type of drama. No. You have enough going on.
Not at all,
dude. You ever wonder like how someone could like continue to have like multiple women while being in a committed relationship? Like how much stress that adds in someone's life?
It has to.
Yeah, like I have one, and that's enough for me.
Dude,
you know, I could not imagine.
Yeah,
I say this because I watch her. I'm committed.
Well, dude, fucking back at you, man. Thanks for everybody listening to another week of Crux. Yeah. So did a little thing different. Wow, I can't even talk.
It's all right.
Doing things a little differently, bro, since the last time you've been on. So I just like get all like the promo and the shows.
I've been watching, buddy. I've been watching all the episodes.
Cool, cool.
I've been, let me tell you. Real barn burners on a couple guests you had on there, knocking out of the park, you know, specifically Andrew Barton and Ian Mack, you know.
Oh, you saw that shit.
Oof, man, let me tell you, real barn burner. You guys, energy levels, huh? I'm gonna bring it up. No.
Oh, dude, fucking, dude, both those guys.
That was an experiment, though. You had one mic for 2 people.
That's good. Yeah, that was good. I've had so much drama with the fucking SD cards and the cameras and the mistakes, the last minute mishaps and shit, but now it's all coming together and it's all, I had to switch interfaces so I could have 2 guests at once and stuff, but
and that's not cheap.
It's not even necessarily about that. It's not crazy expensive. It's more just like I get one thing together and then there's one thing that I forgot, and then it's like, oh shit, now people are standing in my house waiting to do a podcast and I forgot this fucking thing. You know what I mean? So it's like I got to improvise. I can't leave them hanging, so I got to roll with what I got to roll with. Then last week with Sean and Mike, I didn't realize I needed another SD card for my new interface. So then it was like, fuck, okay, we got the 3 guys here. We got the 3 mics working properly. And then we're all sitting here positioned great. But then I have to use one of the SD cards from the camera. So now I'm down to 2 cameras instead of 3, you know, big first world problems here.
Yeah. Dude. I mean, hey, it's an
issue. Record my podcast with only 2 high definition cameras.
There's some kid in Uganda be like, podcast, what do you talk about? Podcast? I don't know what accent.
Can I have something to eat, please? Just a fucking generic foreign accent.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting canceled before we even got anywhere.
I don't want to be anything. So that helps, let me tell you.
Joke's on you. I don't want to go anywhere.
I don't want to go anywhere. I enjoy just mediocrity, man. I think most of America does. So
that's right, dude.
Fitting in. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's cool, bro. So fucking thanks again for tuning in. As always, man, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Crux Crawford, CRUX Crawford, because there's no other name like it. And email me, info, email me clips. I'm going to set up, I haven't forgotten anybody who's trying to hold me to the feet to the fire on that. Fucking, I said that like a pirate. Hold me feet to the fire on that. Fucking hold my feet to the fire on the fucking promise of the phone number, dude. Because I want to set up a Google Voice number or something so I can everybody call and be like Crux, like give their own fucking versions and shit.
That'd be pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Something fun, something interactive.
Yeah, I seen that you had listeners show up to one of your shows, dude.
We had a couple listeners, man. Shout out, dude. Shout out to the people whose names I don't have in front of me now.
That's all right.
I said them on those episodes though.
Oh, did you?
A couple times.
I don't recall nobody. So.
But dude, I fucking thank you if you guys are still listening and you haven't decided to shut me out. Thanks again, man. I still haven't forgotten about you guys. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Crux Crawford, CRUX Crawford. Email me at cruxcrawford@gmail.com for all that stuff I was talking about. I might have a phone line up soon. I'll let you guys know and keep you updated. And then shows. So I'm going to be this Saturday, April 30th. I'm going to be at the Comedy Arena. I almost call it the Comedy Marina. Bring your boat. Fucking in McKinney, Texas. And then May 10th, Plano House of Comedy in Plano, Texas. And then in a bunch of shit is in the air right now, but the only other concrete date I have is you can catch me that first Saturday of August 6th at MacGyver's in Burleson, Texas. Boy, I'm going to be going back there again. And then Mr. Marc Plata. Where can they find you? Where are you going to be?
I gotta say, my boy's busy. Go watch him. He's hilarious. That being said, I have the only comedy thing I have booked is May 5th at Odd Muse Brewing, and I think it's Richardson, Dallas. It's all Dallas. All right, so go there if you want to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which I think is the only day Hispanic people have off. So that's exciting. That's really exciting stuff. But I am actually got asked to be a host for this thing that's going on in Grand Prairie called Ankara Fest. It's Ankara. It's traditional African garb.
Okay.
And they have a festival every year. I am not African. I don't think.
No.
I mean, I know it's
Really?
confusing to most people, but I'm not. But
Bro, I thought you were straight up African.
I look it. I sound it. I am it for the most part, but I am not it.
Bro, that's why no one knows who you are. When I'm like, Marc, the African American
And they're
guy?
like, rings the bell. No. But yeah, I got asked to be a host for that, so I'm hosting that. And then I also have hosting duties May 7th, but I don't know exactly what it is yet. They haven't told me. So either it goes really well or I end up south of the border packing drugs and ass. So we'll find out,
That show, okay. So that show, and then where can people find you?
Oh, well, people find me at on Instagram at Mr. Platypus 17. I don't have a TikTok. I'm not much of a dancer, and my tits aren't that great, so I wouldn't do great on it. So,
But you can follow him on that IG, man.
Yeah.
That show information is going to be on there too, I assume.
yeah, I share that. No, nothing
Fuck
else.
yeah.
There's nothing else.
That's going to be hosted by a guy I met that dude at Dallas Comedy Club a couple months ago. He used to do comedy and he kind of quit during the pandemic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Black dude?
His Josh Provo is his
Right?
name. Yeah,
He like kind of stopped for a while and now he's back or
he
something.
did. Yeah, he stopped. He was scared of COVID. He was very well.
He's a nice guy. I met
Very
him.
nice
Cool
guy. I have my best friend says he looks like Earl Spence, the boxer.
I don't know, bro.
You don't know? Oh, okay.
I
Well,
don't know.
if
I'm
you-
not a good source.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I barely know who Floyd Mayweather is, bro.
But you know the name.
I know that name.
Yeah, that's really good. That's. Did you watch the boxing match
easy.
at all?
I didn't
this
watch
one?
anything.
Nothing,
dude.
huh?
I didn't watch anything.
I figured you'd be happy about. You know who Tyson Fury is, right?
I know who that is.
Okay, I just figured.
I know who that is. I'm not a sports and fighting and shit guy. I'm just not, man. I'll go see something live. I love the fuck out of a live sporting, fighting, fucking fisting event, but I fucking will not
A live fisting event.
watch it on fucking. I've watched pay-per-view a few times. You know what I mean?
I thought you meant, but okay. I'm sorry.
Different kind of fisting.
My bad. In DFW, we have Golden Gloves here, like in February. March.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
so-
nice.
Yeah, obviously not this year.
I'll go check that out in person.
Yeah, we can go together if you want.
I'll fucking go.
sometime.
I'll
That'd be
fucking
great.
go.
Yeah, I'm not a big sports guy either. My friend who said he looks like Earl Spence, he's a big time fighter and degenerate gambler, so he knows a lot about fighting and whatnot.
Okay.
So that's how I know. I would have never guessed. He just looks like another guy to me.
Yeah.
And he wears a bucket hat, so I call him Bucket Hat a lot.
Fucking bucket hat. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool hat to wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a hat guy?
I'm a hat guy, man. I'm one of those guys that can be comfortable as a hat guy, and I'm comfortable as a non-hat guy too.
Yeah.
I've had periods in my life where I've gotten comfortable wearing a hat. So then it's like one of those people where like you don't wear a hat all of a sudden, and you've been wearing a hat a lot. Then they're like, "Hey, well, I didn't recognize you without your hat." That's like Tom. Do you know Thomas Craig?
Thomas Craig.
Thomas Craig's like fucking. He's mainly on the Dallas side, but he does comedy fucking about the same amount of time I have been and shit. And cool guy. I like Thomas, but he always wears a backwards fucking hat. And then he showed up at Dallas Comedy Club a couple weeks ago with no hat, and I was like, "Who the fuck? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, who
I barely
are you?"
recognize you."
Does the backward hat take off age when he wears it backwards? I always think it does.
Subtly, I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like subtly, I'm sure it does. I think so. But that's where you can find and I'll tell you right now, I tell people this behind your back. I talk positively about you.
Oh,
Positive
that's
shit
very
behind you.
sweet.
Dude, I love your episode, man. You have a very good presence, a very good podcasting presence. It's fucking cool, man, because not everybody has that. You just plug
hear
in,
that?
you got
You
it.
fucking slumps. I'm better than you.
You did Foolish House too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, they invited me on.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was a nice little episode. But I'm gonna take over that podcast. That is the plan in the end. They
That's
don't
good,
know
dude.
it, and I don't know if they're listeners, but I'm gonna take over because I actually had the idea for a podcast just like that. I don't know if you've heard it. It's just like
gotta take it
nonsense. Yeah, and I'm just
let's do it mafia style. Let's just go in there, rough them up, like fucking break their interface.
I just started
fuck up
watching The
their laptop.
Sopranos. You're speaking my love language right now.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let's go do that.
Yeah,
I
be like
mean,
you fucking send your money to the Platas now, motherfucker. Remember where you send your payments.
yeah. You remember? What is that line? You ever watch The Town?
Yeah. I saw the town.
Where
I liked it.
they go beat up those guys, and Jeremy Renner takes off his mask. It's like, you seen my face, and I seen yours too, motherfucker. I know you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that was like a gangster thing. He's
Pretty
like,
badass
I have
movie.
Nothing to lose. Fucking try it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's pretty cool.
Dude, badass movie. I love the masks. That's the coolest little touch about that movie, bro, is all the little cool masks they wore on each bank robbery job.
Oh, man.
Where are you at on The Sopranos? You just started for the first time ever?
First
in your life?
In my life, dude, yeah. The friend that I told you, called like Earl Spence, he's an Italian guy, and he just, I mean, it's like his personal Bible. I mean, he just tells me, like, you got to watch The Sopranos.
You have to, bro.
And he's right.
As a guy who's been a fanatic for years and years.
Okay, so you're like deep in
bro, I've fucking seen that thing all the way through at least 3 times, and I've diddle-daddled in little parts of the series here like countless times. And then I listened during the pandemic, I listened weekly to the Talking Sopranos podcast, was hosted by Chrissy and fucking Bacala, fucking Steve Shrippa and God damn it. What's the fucking guy's name? It's going to drive me fucking crazy. Bro.
Who does he play?
The guy who plays Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, that's not his name. That's close, though.
Name. Yeah. Ragu something. I'm sure something Italian.
It's on the tip of my tongue. People are screaming right now trying to tell me, bro. Michael Imperioli, before I even looked it up. That's how good I am. Wow.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. Yeah. That is a very Italian name.
Yeah. Michael Imperioli, awesome actor, though. Badass actor.
I haven't seen him in anything else.
Basketball Diaries. Have you seen Basketball Diaries?
And
he played the guy that was dying, the guy who had cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. He was good. He was good. That was when he was super young. That was back in the day.
I'd have to watch that. I've never watched that.
That was good.
You're not a sports guy, but you watch sports movies is what I'm gathering here.
I'll watch like sports biopics, you mean? I'll watch that shit. But yeah, I can't sit. This is what I mean, dude. I cannot sit there and, okay, well, hold on, back up. Where are you at in The Sopranos right now?
Season 2, I think episode 2.
Season 2, episode 2. So Mr. Richie is in the picture, bro. Your boy. Richie Aprile just got out. Just got out of prison, dude.
Who's that?
Jackie April's brother. He's kind of like
Yeah.
He's like the fucking antagonist for that season. He's
is
the
he?
foe of Tony. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely made an appearance.
He has.
He's the fucking guy who talks like this.
Yeah, I've heard him. He's like kind of edging people away from, like, he's poking the bear a little bit. Yeah, but
he's got a problem. My favorite line is when he goes up to Chris. I can't remember if you're there yet. This doesn't give any plot info away, so that's whatever. He comes up to him.
It's been like 10 years. Like, if you
he beat Adriana, his girlfriend. Chris did, right? He beat her, and then fucking Richie Aprile's like, hey, you want to smack her around? Give her your last name. You want to smack her around? Give her your last name.
Those are words to live by. God, I wish my grandpa said something cool like that. I had nothing from that. That's like life lessons right there. That's pretty neat. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to finish this show. It's really good.
It's really good, man. It's a great show. Great show. What's it called? So yes, sports. This is the thing. Sports, I don't mind going to live games. Basketball, football, whatever. I've been to all of them. Hockey, I've been to all of them in my life. This is what I can't do, and this is where I tune out. When it's like fucking like Jacob Marshall, Kyle Roberts will do this too. Like a bunch of guys, when they start, Ryan Imperio, they start sitting there and rattle off stats and teams and scores and plays and moves from basketball games and football games, and I'm just like, I tune out, dude.
I am the same way.
I can't do that.
I wish I could.
Yeah,
I wish I could so Rain Man and cool about that, but I don't have it in me. I could care less about anything else but that.
I can't, bro. I just can't. I've tried, and I just can't. I wish I could too, because I'm missing out on so many conversations, because a lot of guys bond that way, and I'm not one of those dudes.
Isn't that sad? Like, you're bonding over talking about some other guy's stats and how cool he is.
Yeah.
There was a time when people would bond over like raiding a village, killing innocents, you just wish like those days were back.
That was quality time, and that was where the work mattered.
It really did. Like you got cool names like Brad the Butcher, or
dude. Molly the Maimer.
Yeah, and if you're a man named Molly, you definitely have to bring your fucking A game. You cannot just be like piddling in the back. You have to be leading that charge, because it's like a boy named Sue, just by Johnny Cash song. You can't just like, my name is Sue now. You can't have a lackluster life. You got to prove that I'm more than just a Sue.
Yeah, dude. Big time, dude. Cathy the Decapitator, all those fucking people. That was quality living.
That was
quality existence.
You were with the earth. You were feeding the earth the blood of your enemies. You were it's a circle of life.
Yeah.
Now you just get to circle.
Very good iron source, the blood of your enemies.
Yeah, I would probably say so. I mean, I follow Liver King. I know what's up, you know. Have you seen that guy?
No.
You've never seen the Liver King?
No.
Man, and you're on Instagram?
No, yeah.
Okay, so it's this guy. He's built like a shit brick house. I don't know how tall he is. I would assume.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. This is the guy like Joe Rogan was saying, like there's no way he's natural or whatever.
Yeah.
He'll haul like random shit around through the woods or whatever.
Yeah, and he talks
Yeah.
about all he eats is primal cuts and whatnot. He doesn't believe in any of this other stuff. And he's like, he never answers if he's natural or not, which is a smart thing to do.
Right.
You know?
Because I don't think he is.
There's no fucking way.
There's no way. I mean, there's genetics, but it's because isn't he like 40 or something? He's not young. He's not super young.
No, and if he is in his 20s, he's a rough looking 20. Like
he's not. Because I've seen little clips and stuff, and I've seen people talk about him and stuff like YouTube videos. He's definitely not a super young guy. I don't think.
No, oh my god, and I don't know. I want to know his grift before that got him to the point where he's at now. Like because I Google searched his name. I couldn't find anything, and it's very rare that
it
someone
might be not real name.
Exactly. That's like, what is the story behind the Liver King? And then I'm coming for him. I'm gonna find out every dirty little fucking thing about him, and I'm gonna expose him for being the juiced up maniac that he is, that's giving people colon cancer with this red meat nonsense.
Dude, big time, bro.
Yeah.
Red meat's good though.
It is good. I do eat a lot of red meat.
It does make you feel. I'll tell you though, man. Like, granted, so anytime I eat grass-fed fucking beef and stuff like that, I do feel significantly better. I feel like it tastes better. I feel better when I eat it. But if I go out to like fucking salt grass or like fucking, if I eat a steakhouse and I eat a big ass steak and stuff, I don't feel good. Like when I eat chicken, when I eat fish, I don't feel like shitty. I don't feel all clogged up. Now, to be fair, I'm not just eating steak when I go to those steakhouses, though. I'm eating fucking baked potatoes, sour cream, fucking fried onions.
Yeah, you're fitting in with America.
You know, a lot of stuff gets thrown in there that can taint the stomach.
Pussy, huh?
Yeah.
Taints the stomach.
Yeah, it does.
This is why I'm sick
a
a lot.
It's a fact, according to the Liver King, at least.
Yeah, I get sick a lot. That's probably the reason why. That's probably it. But
That's a great way to start a set. Yeah, I've fucking been sick. Just all this pussy I've been eating.
I'm calling into work. What's wrong? I've just been eating a lot of pussy lately. You know the drill. You know what's up.
You know what's going on, boss.
Yeah, I don't think that's what causes that. God damn it. But yeah, I just I enjoy red meat also. But I eat, pull the curtain back here. I was saying, colon cancer. I eat nothing but red meat and fruit, no vegetables, and that's it in life.
You're a trim guy, dude.
I stay healthier than most people, and my shit's fantastic.
Literally,
never struggle.
You just
right
out.
Yeah, there was a time in my youth where I would just be on the toilet, and before phones, you'd just be suffering, pushing, and you would have nothing to read.
Oh yeah.
And so you just start grabbing stuff in the restroom and learning like what's inside of your like dandruff shampoo or whatever, and you just start like, what is all this stuff? Now when I grew up, you had your smartphone, so I don't know if I was taking a shit or if I was just enamored with my YouTube in my palm of my hands.
Right.
So yeah. So I don't know if I had shitting problems then. I was in the restroom a lot. But nowadays as an older man.
What do you think it could have been? What were you eating a lot of then? Have you pinpointed that down or
back
anything?
Dude, I was just like a skinny fat kid. So like I could eat anything and never gain any weight. So it was just like I was eating do you remember Oreo Cakesters?
Yes.
Man. First off, they need to bring those back. Because I don't eat a lot of sweets, but that is something I've been craving. I feel like Woody Harrelson in Zombieland, where he wants Twinkies.
Yeah,
he can't fucking find them.
Can't find them.
Yeah, I feel like I just want one Oreo Cakester just to have, it, dude. Because those were delicious. I was eating like a fucking pig.
That's fucking, dude. I'll tell you this. So, like, did you ever have a fat kid phase growing up? Did you ever get chubby and chubster ever?
Unfortunately, yes.
I had a very brief period too.
Is this before you stretched out? I assume.
Yeah, this is middle school.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So this is a lot of kids who get fat for a little bit in middle school, right? Especially boys. Like 7th grade, dude, summer between 6th and 7th grade and all the way through up to like start of 8th grade, I was chubby, dude. And I was a skinny kid before that. So that was abnormal for me to be chubby. And here's why, bro. I lived with my dad because my parents were already long split up at that point. So I spent the summer with my dad and his girlfriend, and my dad would like, he tried, bro, but he was never really the greatest parent. He kind of let me do whatever. And at the time, of course, you think that's cool. Like, he lets me stay up as late as I want and fucking drink beers and eat whatever. But that's not good.
No,
like, as a parent,
great.
now that I am a parent, like, I would never fucking do that. You know what I mean? I'd be like, fuck no, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
And so I would sit there and think like, God, how did I get so fat? Like I remember thinking like, oh, I'm so fat. Like fucking, because people would start to tell me like, bro, you're packing on some pounds. And my mom came back from that summer staying with my dad. And she was like, oh my God. Like, she's like, you have gained weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to slim you down, and here's some salad. Dude, I was like, why did I get fat? Bro, this was my day. I drank about 10 sodas a day, first of all, right? So I was going through fucking sodas, like can after can after can, dude. Root beer, Coke, fucking orange soda. Dude, salami sandwiches, fried salami sandwiches with buttered fucking bread, dude. Like 2 or 3 a day.
That's a lot.
Prime rib, fucking, like he would make all kinds of shit, dude. Candy, fucking cakes, like just shit food, right? Just nonstop. And like, what happened? Yeah. Jesus Christ, bro. Stop the fried salami sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear you.
So ever since then I've had that like little fat kid phase, and then I grew out of it, but I also dieted a little bit even back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, I don't want to be fucking fat, because kids were like, fucking, you got titties and shit, you know what I mean? I got a little made fun of for my fatness because I wasn't fat and then I got fat. It's not like I was always fat.
And you
It's
had
like
the
I got
same
chubs.
kids going from elementary school to middle school.
Same kids, bro.
Oh, okay.
And
so
they were like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
fucking tits, and like, middle school is mean anyway. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, dude, I'm fat. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get rid of it. By the time I hit 9th grade, dude, fully fucking, plus I started to grow like tall too. So
Yeah.
diet on top of tall, I was back to being a tall, skinny fucking kid. And I got my privilege back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful thing. Privilege is a very beautiful
And that's
thing.
before it existed, before we really called it that.
Yeah, before it was demonized.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It was,
Not
it
a
was
fan
like,
of that.
It was oil. It was before it was bad. It was just a precious thing in the ground.
Exactly.
I don't know where it came from, but you had it.
And you just excel using it. You don't.
Yeah, you just did.
You get the cards you get dealt in life. Either you complain about the bad hand, or you find how you can get better at life. Like
How you can steal someone else's good hand. That's what America's all about.
that really is very
what I
true.
mean?
That is. Yeah. It's a beautiful place that we live.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
I have my father. He's paraplegic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not make this about.
I'm
him.
not going to do that.
Let's not make it.
I'm
about
not going to
him.
do. I'm not going to do what
Don't
everybody
give
else
him
does and
any
go like,
sympathy.
like
Yeah.
they start to get on you and be all weird.
No. No, the thing is, he was so anti-disabled that he would never park in handicap spots unless he had to.
Whoa.
He wouldn't ask for any help. If he fell down, he was just like, I can get up on my fucking own. And he was just
No shit.
very much so. And he would never play that card. And getting up, growing up, I'm just like, if I had that, I would have played that card so much. I would have
Yeah,
been like,
me too.
just because what else do you get in life? You don't have a lot of leg ups, and he had legs that didn't work. So, fucking use them, to your advantage.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Fuck, dude. That's interesting. I talked about this like a couple weeks ago, but talk about doing what everybody does, and you think I realize now that I'm like a little older, a little wiser and stuff, I realize like, dude, don't say the thing you think you should say in this situation, because then you're going to sound like everybody fucking else. So I did Mikey B's podcast like a month ago or whatever, and he texted me the day before, and he was like, hey, let me know if you have any trouble finding my house, tomorrow, or maybe it was like later in the day or whatever. And then I fucking texted him back. I'm like, oh, I found it just fine last night at 3 a.m. By the way, you sleep funny. Like thinking like, oh, that's
Silly,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm original and funny. And then he was like, and he immediately replied, I do everything funny. Like I could tell that he was so used to getting responses like that he just fired something back quickly. And then I fucking asked him when I was on, I was like, hey, does everybody say little things that they think are clever, but they're just fucking run of the mill bullshit when you tell them that?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I fucking thought so.
Damn.
I fucking thought so.
And
I
that's-
hate doing that.
That does suck, and that makes you think like, when you're trying to be comedic, it's hard to be original because, there's only so much new stuff under the sun, You just have to have your viewpoint on it. So next time you're on his podcast, don't text him that. Just kidnap him.
Don't even show up.
No,
I think that's the real thing.
Kidnap him at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Be like, you're going to sleep weird for the next
Bet
couple
no
of
one
days.
did this, huh?
Yeah, I bet no one did this. Yeah. Just have your own take on it, that's the part of comedy now. You have to make it your own.
You have to make it
yeah.
your own. You have to commit serious felonies.
Yeah, kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really where we are.
Is it still kidnapping when they're an adult?
I don't know, man. It's adult napping, but then
Adult napping sounds
taking
great.
a nap. Well, then it's an adult taking a nap.
Yeah.
Adult theft, adult stealing. I don't know.
Me either. I don't know. Should I ask the cartel?
Or does it just fall under the big umbrella?
Human trafficking.
Yeah, human trafficking.
Maybe that's what it is. Well, you're not really trafficking the
you're
person.
trafficking, yeah, I don't know.
You're not really doing that.
Yeah, I think you have to cross state lines or something. I think that's a thing. There's kidnapping is kidnapping, but human trafficking, I think, is when you go across state lines or something, or if it's minors.
I heard something,
know.
if you get on the interstate, and because interstates are connected to other states, they will consider that
like you may be intended.
Yeah, I think there's something happened around here that happened. They're just like, oh, now they're human trafficking. They're on the interstate. And I was like, well, that's wild. That's, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics. Maybe
Let me fucking look. Now I'm curious, dude. I want to see like what the rough definition.
Yeah, because if I got to take back roads all the way to a state just to kidnap somebody, I'm like, I'm not for it. It just makes it a lot more work. I don't want like federal charges pushed on me. I just want like maybe a misdemeanor of like aggravated assault or something.
Okay, so this says officially, human trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked worldwide, including right here in the United States. So
I believe.
That'd be funny, fucking you like at the Oscars. Webster's defines human trafficking. It has nothing to do with what you're presenting. And now for the best biography.
Yeah, who am I? Joaquin Phoenix? Am I trying to make a point here? Don't drink milk and also. Webster defines human trafficking. I didn't know it was only sex act. I thought it was just like kidnapping somebody and forcing them into work. It's only sex? That's neat.
That's what it says. I mean, I thought it was like you could technically, but I think that maybe just as kidnapping. I think there's got to be some sex involved.
Yeah,
you know
I don't want to have sex with everybody I kidnap. That seems like a lot of work.
That's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Think about all the sex you would have to go back and have.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean?
You got to go back and find the people that you did and be like, hey, it's weird. I took you in the first place, but now I got to fuck you.
It's like a in-person version of the STD calls. Like, hey, just to let you know, in March of 2019, I kidnapped you for a couple days. It was a whole thing. I don't know if you remember. Went down to San Antonio. Anyway, I got to have sex with you now.
Yeah, well, if you get down here Wednesday or Thursday, I can squeeze you in. Like, oh, you've loosened up since the last time we've met. I'm proud. I'm glad. Yeah, you've grown as a person. You realize it wasn't personal. Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so going back to the whole Sopranos thing, there's a bit I'm working on, and it's nowhere near like fucking polished or whatever. I just tried it a couple times last week, but like, have you heard how they're doing these like organic burials, these green burials?
No.
So they don't put you in a coffin. They don't put you in any kind of box. The whole idea is like return from where you came kind of thing, return to the earth, like a natural thing. And you can actually, your body can do something for the earth.
Okay. Yeah.
So they like bury you. I think they either plant you under a tree that exists or maybe a growing, like a baby tree. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. The whole thing is you help grow the tree and then like you kind of
your nutrients
contribute. Yeah. Like you're the fucking fertilizer. So they call it like green burials.
I have to pause.
Yeah.
Because you said, put you back where you came from.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're going to shove me back in my mom's. I don't. If she's dead before me, I don't think that's good. But now I've continued.
Yeah, but where you came from is I misspoke on that, and I said that on stage too. Maybe that's what threw people off.
Okay,
like because that can conflict in where you came from, and then people are thinking anyway. Yeah, so scratch that part. But the whole idea is green burial.
Yeah,
you get put in a burlap sack, bro. So you get put in a burlap sack, and you get buried under the ground, right in the soil. So I was like, dude, how mad must mafia guys be to hear that that's a thriving commercial business, dude? Like, you fucking kidding me? You telling me we could have been commercialized? You're like, Paulie, fucking, you telling me we could have commercialized this? You're burying fucking bodies in the dirt. I don't know.
No, it's hilarious.
It's okay. I'm working on it.
Well, yeah, well, of course. But the concept is very funny.
It's pretty cool. It's outside the box a little bit, I think. So I'll try it.
Yeah.
I did it once, but it was like it's when I already had the light and I had to get off stage.
Oh, so you rushed it.
I rushed it and it wasn't developed. And it so the people didn't even have time to react and I had to be like, all right, guys, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So I've only did it like really one time officially. Okay. So I need to try it a couple times, see if it bombs, see if it does well. I
think it's funny. So
I think it's a funny premise.
It's a funny. So I believe in your comedic talent to make it a great joke.
Thanks, man. We'll see. You know how it is, like the classic thing, right? That all these comedians talk about. Fucking like Tom Segura was talking about it. Like I heard him on a podcast a couple months ago. Like, dude, you think I heard it a couple months ago. The podcast from like over a year ago. You think the thing you think is going to be great, like you write it down or you think of it and you go to take it to the stage. You're like, man, this is going to murder. And then it's like pin drop,
Yeah.
fucking crickets, nothing. And you're like, fuck.
This is my life.
Yeah. Then you go, well, I guess I'll try this one dumb thing I was thinking about. And that fucking kills. And you're like, really? That's the thing? And you're like,
I get told sometimes that my material's too heady. Like you have to think too much about it.
Okay.
And I was like, you gotta like bring it down because I'm in my head all the time. Like I just think about like if I assume like Eminem's in his head thinking about rhymes all the time. I'm thinking about things that are terrible, but how I can make them funny. And so it's a lot of like thought process for me. So when I'm saying it, I get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But the audience is like, this isn't funny. And they're like, oh fuck, maybe I gotta find the funny. I gotta deliver it in a way where it's dumb enough. And I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm smarter than you. But I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I've been told that it's just too much thing. That's about, I don't remember why we kept on fucking saying that. Maybe I just wanted to say I was smart. No. Like it's sometimes it's like not everybody gets what you're trying to get. Like it's the same what you're saying. Like not everybody gets what you're trying to say, but you know there's something to this, but they're not catching on. But usually it is the dumb thing that works. And I don't know why. And it's very frustrating.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily like you think it's more like what they were talking about. What I agree with is the thing that you don't even think is going to be that funny, but then people think it's funny, and the thing you think is really funny, they don't get or they don't like it. You know what I mean? At least in the way that you told it. But yeah, man, that's why you just got to keep fucking doing shit. Like I kept this bit that's been doing well for me, like the past like couple weeks or whatever. There was this thing I used to try to do months ago that I stopped doing for a while about Airbnbs, and I thought it was so clever, but it was always bomb, and no one thought it was funny because it wasn't done. I wasn't presenting in the right way. I did this whole thing about like Airbnbs. I hate doing that because when you check in, it's like your mom giving you a chore list. You know, put the coffee filters away, take the trash out, take the recycling out on Tuesday, and I thought like, oh, that's gonna be funny. Nothing, because there's no punchline. There's no meat to it. Right? Yeah. Then I rearranged it and I said, look, everybody loves Airbnbs. I'm more of a hotel guy because when you check into an Airbnb, they give you all these rules, the coffee filters, the recycling, take it out. Hotel, you check in, there's one simple rule. Try not to come everywhere. And then that's been fucking doing really well. Right. Because it has like a button. Yes. On it, you know what I mean? I actually went somewhere with it. Yeah. As opposed to just going like, yeah, it's like this. And then just leaving it. And everybody's like, where's the joke? That's not a joke, you know?
I'm just pointing out things that you didn't think about.
Yeah. Like, it's like, nah, dude, that's not finished.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Like, and then you're like, oh man, what if I try it this way? And then it's like,
yeah. The whole like leaving something alone and then rearranging it later. I'm like, oh, this will work better. And then you find that it does, you know, like, oh, okay. But you get stuck in your head where like this, because you know what you're saying and you know why in your head why it's funny, but you're like, oh, I got to make this better for other people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Isn't it funny how you can see on the faces of people too? You can see that they just don't know where you're going with it. They're like, and you're just like,
how do I bail out of this quicker?
I'm out of it. You can't see it, and I can tell you can't see it, and now I'm fucked up here.
Yeah, and then you got to scramble to get to the next joke, and you're like okay, hopefully this will make them laugh. And if you have like two in a row that are bad, like, you know what, that's not mine. You know, this isn't for me anymore. I'm retiring from comedy. I'm done. God damn it,
dude. Yeah, so, something that I've noticed, like tiny little growth, constantly growing. Right, everybody's constantly getting better. One thing I've noticed for me, just like working out, man, like you lift the same weights every day, week after week, day after day. And then all of a sudden, a couple months go by of doing the same thing. You're like, holy fuck, I'm way stronger, right? It doesn't happen overnight. It's like incremental. One thing I noticed recently is that I'm getting so much better at moving on when things don't work, right? If I'm trying something new that doesn't work, in my head, I'm just kind of fuck, but I don't show it. I move on. Yeah. And for a while, like before, I would acknowledge it and kind of it would trip me up, right? Yeah. Now I'm just kind of like, whatever, move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the way to do it. Just be like, you know what, that didn't work. And you're like, we'll keep moving along. You know, you don't want to stop yourself because people see that like, oh, he's stumbling. You know, you don't want that like that thought of like they're thinking he's not prepared or whatever it is because they'll put you on your back foot. So you know, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that you got a couple shows and you're fucking out there doing it.
It's very rare that I get booked, and I get why, but I also don't get why. I don't know
You should be out there, dude.
Yeah, and I will be. I'm starting to go out to Dallas more and more. So
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, no, and it's fucking cool, man. That show is on my birthday, bro. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Yeah.
How are you going to celebrate? You're going to culturally appropriate culture?
So this is what we do.
This is what
How are you going to celebrate your fake holiday? Because it is a fake holiday, Cinco de Mayo. It's not real.
Us in America. We just took it over. We're just like, like
Mexican Independence Day is a completely different day of the year, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think it's, what is it?
You're asking the wrong person, dude. I have no clue. This isn't worth the Google search. I'll tell you that now. I'm sorry, Mexico, but
fuck it, dude. Fuck it. So, what I'm going to do. So me and my wife, our birthdays are like a week apart from each other. We're both in May.
That's nice.
So what we usually do is we'll do something in between the birthdays. You know what I mean? Like
meet in the middle.
Yeah. And we go and do something together. We don't get each other gifts. We stopped getting each other Christmas, Valentine's Day, or birthday gifts years ago. We did it, the first couple of years of dating and stuff, like happy birthday, fucking Merry Christmas, and like get the Tiffany's bracelet or whatever the fuck, right? But years ago we stopped, just because it's like, dude, we're both adults, like if we want something, we'll just go buy it.
Yeah.
I don't need to guess what you want. If you want something, just go get it. We don't need to play this game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, now we're seeing other people. No, I'm just kidding. So
the real reason I had you over.
Right. Yeah. So, we'll do something. We'll go out to dinner or something. It's tough now, because you get the babies and stuff and you just kind of like, it's not necessarily that you're like, oh, fuck, we have babies. It's more just like, let's just not even, but,
your focus is on the kids instead of singular. Like y'all are a strong couple, so you don't have to play these games like, oh, we didn't get me anything, but y'all have it figured out. Yeah, that's great.
We don't do that.
So what are y'all gonna do?
We did that, a long time ago.
Well, yeah, I think it's a young person thing.
Yeah, young person or young relationship.
Yeah,
I think maybe regardless of how old you are, it's like maybe when the relationship is new and you're figuring each other out and stuff. We'll probably go out to dinner or something like that. You know what I mean?
That's funny because I think Odd Muse Brewing serves food. And I don't think your wife's ever seen me perform. And she might like it. I don't know. I don't want to sit
Who knows, man? Maybe we'll have to
don't go out there. Do something romantic. Could you imagine you take her, for y'all's birthday, you take her to
a comedy
comedy in a brewery. I'm like, do something slightly nicer.
Hey, brewery's classy, dude.
It's it's so funny is that I have a coworker and he was talking to me about how much he hates craft breweries. And he was like, they always taste like peppered. I'm like, pepper? I was like, what breweries have you gone to? He's like, I've gone to multiple around here. And I know you're not a drinker, but you have to imagine, like, what a Bud Light tastes like.
Vague memory, yeah.
Not good. Not great. It's just like having tap water versus like an Ozarka bottle. It's not good. You can have better. But in his mind, he was just like, it tastes like pepper. I was like, what kind of beer do you like? He said, Bud Light or Dos Equis or nothing. And I was just like, we live in a world where like we have like great culinary food that's off the beaten path. And you're like, this is you telling me that you like Chili's and Applebee's. That's what you think is good. And I can't talk to her. I stopped the conversation. I was like, I can't talk to you anymore. It's like, because we've grown past, Bud Light, Coors Light, and we have these nice, tasteful beers. And like, no, I like what I like, which is fair. He likes what he likes, but also there's better things out there,
Yeah.
It just bothered me.
No, for sure, man. I can see that. And the concept of adult alcoholic beverages, it's so foreign to me because my concept of drinking is getting a bum to buy you a bottle of Bacardi at the fucking 7-Eleven or like a fucking,
I forgot that you partied way before that.
Mickey's 40s. I never had a legal drink.
Yeah.
I never had a drink being of age. I've only had a drink when it was illegal for me.
Which is a lot cooler. I will go ahead and say, not great the way you did it, but pretty cool. I didn't drink underage. I wasn't an underage drinker. I didn't have my first drink till I was 23.
Well, that's normal. 23. Okay, that's even a little late.
Yeah.
So what did you do for your 21st birthday? You just didn't want to drink?
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of drinking. I don't quite understand it. Even now, I don't drink a whole bunch, but I was talked into it, peer pressure, but I didn't drink beforehand. I'm a good time without drinking. So I don't think I need alcohol to be funner, So a lot of people need that to loosen up, and I can have a good time without.
That's great, dude.
Yeah, so
that's great.
Yeah,
that's fucking cool. Yeah, you can always tell the people that don't know how to have a good time without drinking, or the people that just they don't understand not drinking. It's not necessarily that they have a problem. It's more just that they're so focused on it that they make it annoying and weird. Like when you don't drink.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude, there was a guy fucking years ago, dude, in Burbank. Like we were hanging out. It was after work. And he kept going, like, we were playing pool. It was a bunch of people from work, right? And like he kept going, hey man, it's Chris. You just like don't drink at all? Like not even a couple beers? I was like, no, I don't drink at all. Not even a couple of beers. And then he kept bringing it up, like fucking, dude, like, so is it weird? Like, is it hard to not drink? Man, I can't imagine not getting off work and having a couple of beers. And like the third time he brought it up, I was like, dude, stop bringing it up. Like, it's just fucking annoying, bro. I don't care. I don't care about this. You should not care that much.
You care too much.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Yeah.
And he was like, whoa, sorry, dude. You know what I mean? And I guess like he was telling all the other coworkers for like a long time, like, hey man, like what the hell, man? What's wrong, man? Why doesn't this guy like me? Yeah. You know, it's like, bro, because you were just annoying.
Yeah.
And I learned that too, because I feel like like the older you get, the more life experience you get, the more like ideally, hopefully, you get more and more self-awareness.
God,
right?
yeah, that is the goal.
Like I have done things just unknowingly because I was ignorant. I didn't have as much life experience, like being fucking 18, 19, 20, 21. Like, you know, like when I was fucking 17, 18, running around, doing a bunch of drugs, getting fucked up, sleeping in parks, going crazy. But then when I stopped doing that, turned my life around, got sober, I fucking would all kinds of stuff that you just do when you're young and dumb. Like, you know, just not have a concept of. One thing I used to do all the time, man, is I would call people. Like if they didn't answer their phone, I would call you like 2 or 3 or 4 times.
Jesus Christ.
To the point where it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like stop fucking calling me.
You didn't get the hint.
Yeah. I will call you back or I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It took me a while to get that. I was like one of those annoying callers and shit. And it, you know, it didn't go on for super long, but that was something I learned. So like by the time I was like, you know, maybe like 21, 22, then I was like, you don't do that. You just call somebody. They don't answer, they'll call you back if they want to talk to you. You know, they'll text you back if they want to talk to you. You know what I mean? I had to learn that. I had to learn, dude, you know something I didn't even fucking learn till I got married was actually how important it is to treat an RSVP when you get an invitation to like a wedding or some kind of fucking like a christening or anything that's fucking like a baby shower, anything that's significant. I did not realize that you need to give an honest answer right there and then about RSVP. I was the flakiest RSVPer until then.
No.
My buddy had a baby shower and I said, yeah, I'll go. I didn't write it on the card or anything.
Yeah.
But I told him, yes, I'll go. And then I was like, I have to work. And he's like, yeah, but dude, you RSVP'd. And I'm like, I know, but so what? Like, I just have to work. I can't go. And I didn't see what the big deal was.
Yeah.
Then when I got married, when me and my wife got married and I had a wedding, bro, when people RSVP and they don't show you up, that costs you money, bro.
Yeah.
And for our wedding, it was like $120 or something a plate.
Yeah.
So we had like, it's a very small amount, like maybe 2 or 3 people that RSVP'd and didn't show up. But it's like, bro, we aren't mad at you if you don't want to go. If you straight up say, I can't go and you RSVP no, beautiful. We know you're not going to be there. But if you say yes and you cost us money, that's kind of fucked. You know what I mean? And I did not realize how rude I was being by falsely RSVPing until my wedding. So I was fucking 30. Yeah. And I fucking was like, holy shit. That's rude.
Paying for it. And
that's
like,
wrong.
Yeah. It is. Another one is when someone brings somebody past their allotted, +1 or whatever. I'm not going to get into specific names, but there was a family member who wanted to bring like 6 other people. And I was just like, the fuck are you talking about? I mean, I'm glad they talked to me outside of not just did it, like, but they said, hey, is it okay if I bring? They're not even related to me. Like, why would I like them, but I don't know them that well. It makes no sense. It's like, well, they don't have a lot of things to go out to. That is not my problem. I was like, they can go out any other time. They don't have to go to my wedding. Right. Yeah. But they didn't, if they brought a gift, maybe they like told me they're going to bring a good gift. Maybe I would have thought twice about it. They didn't. But that's another one. It's like just bringing somebody, because you already have this food paid for. Weddings are fucking stupid. I mean, they're just so expensive. They are, expensive. It's such an adrenaline rush and everything goes through. Weddings are for literally everybody else but you. Exactly. Dude, we'll probably live the same wedding day where you just like stressed out the whole fucking
Everybody
time.
is. Yeah. We didn't even get to, we got to eat half of our dinners, right? Or half of our plates. Cause you have to go around, say hi to everybody, thank everybody for coming. You got the dances, you got the whole itinerary. You're worried about meeting the itinerary. The DJs, our DJ did our timeline of the wedding.
Oh, okay.
So they timed everything out and said, okay, no, it's time for this dance and this time. We didn't get to eat a bite of our own fucking wedding cake. Because we're so busy cutting the cake and and just running around. And it's such an adrenaline rush and it's fucking crazy. It's weird. You know what I mean? So the whole thing went by in a flash, and
paid a couple grand for this thing, and you're just
I paid for it out of pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So but it was a good thing to have. What it symbolizes was cool because it's something we both wanted to do, and it is something significant in your life, and you know. Your parents get to see you and all that stuff, and that's really important. You know what I mean? I
agree, and I'm going to backpedal on saying I enjoyed my wedding throughout all the stress and whatnot. I would do it again if I had the money for it, but I would do it probably on a smaller scale. Where I'm just like
you would just do it with somebody else.
Yeah. You read through my lines. Yeah,
I would do it again. I would do it again
someone else,
with someone else,
younger, hotter, no opinions. That's what I want. I was telling my wife because we were having an argument, and I just don't expose my personal life, but we were having an argument, and I was just like, and this is why people cheat. When men cheat, they cheat on someone younger. It's because when you finally get to
cheat with someone younger.
Yeah, when they'll cheat with somebody younger. Like I was like a 20-year-old. I was like, it makes sense because at 20, women don't really they just want to be liked and find somebody. They don't have really much of an opinion, and they'll just kind of do whatever. Yeah, and like when you grow with this person, like they'll tell you that they don't like about you. I was like, I miss the days where you just shut up, because it makes you feel a certain way. You're like, I do suck. God damn it, she's right. So
I'll tell you this. This is what I think. Were you still going?
No, dude.
Okay. Because check this out. I think there's a happy medium. I would argue there's a happy medium to that. You don't want to have someone who's overbearing and trying to control everything and nagging you all the time. Obviously, that's horrible. I don't know what that's like. Thank God I don't have it because I know some guys who do and girls.
She's in the doorway, just so everybody knows.
Right. Dude, but you don't want the other direction either because I know somebody, going to keep it very anonymous. I know a guy, who is dated for a long time and is now married to a girl that just is completely indecisive, right? So I feel like there's a happy medium. There's a sweet spot, right? Yeah. You don't want to go too far to the other end of the spectrum where it's like they just literally don't make any decisions and they have no idea about anything going on at all. And you got to fucking hold their hand through everything. Problem. That would get old to me, bro.
So much.
Like, I don't want you to fucking boss me around, but at the same time, I want you to at least have a concept of what's going on.
You have a brain in there. Say something to me.
Yeah.
For me, I have a dominating personality.
Right.
Not all the time, but in a relationship, if I'm with somebody who's going to take the back seat, I will be a real piece of shit because I know what I can get away with. You're not pushing, so I'm just going to be me. And it wasn't until I got with somebody who was just like, you need to shut it down. I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe I am. You need someone who pushes back against you, your worst
someone who challenges you.
Someone that challenges you.
Yeah, because it's like, dude, I feel like that would get so old after a while where it's just like, and then some guys are like, what are you talking about, man? That sounds like a dream because you're just fucking controlling everything and wearing the pants. It's like, okay, bro, there's a difference between wearing the pants and being assertive and having your role and your territory in a relationship, right? And respecting each other's, right? But there's a difference between, you think that would be cool for a weekend. It's not cool for years and years, bro. Fucking well, I just don't know. It's like a fucking deer in headlights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree completely. But people but when someone says oh, you don't, you let your wife have opinions, that says a lot about a person. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just like,
let your wife have
I'm just like, they're a fucking person, dude. I know I come off brash, but they're a person. You're a female, you can have your opinion. It's not right, but it's fine. I'll let you have it,
Yeah.
But I want to get off this subject. I'll talk about a real serious thing, because you said the wedding cake. You didn't get to have a bite of your wedding cake.
Yeah, we didn't.
Do you ever see those videos where people take the cake and smash it in someone's face?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
So this is the thing. When we cut our cake at our wedding, there was people that were like, smash it in her face, smash it in her face. Dude, my wife looked at me, and this is what I like. She looked at me and said, I will fucking kill you.
Yes.
Put that shit in my face. Because it took her forever to do her makeup and all that shit. She's like, do not fucking put that in my face. Just not in front of her. It was like she yelled at me. She just said it within only we could hear it.
In a respectful manner. Yeah.
And I was like, I won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? which I didn't want to.
Yeah. Do you understand the concept of that at all? Like,
I feel like it's just something you're supposed to do. That people, you see it in movies, and I'm spitballing here. I don't know.
It's so frustrating, dude. Like, first off, like if you get a cake, even a moderate, like cheap cake, $120 if it's like a nice, moderate, cheap cake.
Yeah.
If you're doing a wedding cake, that shit's expensive, dude. And makeup, like she said, clothing that you paid a whole bunch of money for, to fucking ruin that with like a stupid laugh like that makes no sense. I
don't know.
Nothing like irates me more than just like, and I'm a stupid person, but that is like fucking dumb. Like, that is the dumbest thing you could. But you know what? People have their own weird things that they like doing. You know,
they have their own weird things that they like doing. And so the thing, talk about cakes being expensive, bro. Our cake got thrown in because if you booked the specific venue within the venue, like the room in the venue that we had our wedding at,
yeah,
they threw in a cake from this. There's a bakery in LA that's really popular. It's a Cuban place. They do savory food, but they specialize in all their baked goods and their cakes. It's called Porto's. It's a Cuban place. Very fucking good. So Porto's officially had to deal with that wedding venue where they threw in the cake for free.
That's cool.
That was fucking cool. That's why I was even further pissed off that I never got to eat it, because we went. You have a tasting day where you go and sample all their cakes.
Yeah.
And you get to choose which one you want for your wedding. Did you guys do a tasting? Yeah. Did you do a tasting for your meals?
Yeah, we went to a local place, and if you're in the DFW area, I highly recommend Loft 22 is where we got our wedding cake from.
Loft 22, by the way, opened a sponsorships on Crux podcast, growing audience here that we can put your ads out with.
Help out. We'll help you. Help out.
Is that the chick?
That's the lady that owns the place. Her name's, I think, Tarika Thompson. I'm not 100% sure, but I know her first name's Tarika. But her cakes are fucking delicious. And they had, like, that was probably the best time is choosing the cakes out of the whole wedding process. I was like,
that's fucking fun.
It was delicious. It was so good. And
the dinner tasting too. Did you do dinner tasting for your food?
Yeah. And we went, because everybody, like, I guess, what did you have for dinner?
I think it was an option of either chicken or beef or chicken and fish or some shit.
Yeah. Well, we had like a carnival themed wedding. And so I swear to God, there was this place that used to be here off of Magnolia called Bentley's. It was a hot dog place. Best fucking hot dogs I've ever had. And these were like good, like links and whatnot. So we had the food before. So we got to choose 3 different options that were our personal favorites.
Okay.
So yeah, we had the food. So we wouldn't get to taste it, but we've had it before. So
okay.
Yeah. So
fuck yeah.
Yeah. But they've closed since then. So
God damn
it's really upset. Cause you know how hard it is to find a good hot dog it's not Oscar Mayer or Bar S, you know, like you want a good hot dog. Someone who's put loving Italian hands into the sausage. You know what I'm saying?
Been a long time since I've had a good hot dog. Yeah,
they're hard to find, dude. Like it's a very underrated food because of how shitty
and the stigma. It's like they put squirrel nuts and fucking elephant tits in there. You know?
I mean, like these people eat at McDonald's. So like, what are you talking about? Yeah, shut the fuck out. Like people who like talk about like how bad what's in a hot dog or the nitrates and like. Salami or whatever, just like you eat fast food and not even good. Like there's good fast food and there's like McDonald's or anything that's giant corporation. People will risk their life for Taco Bell. They'll be almost blackout drunk. Like I need a fucking chalupa and I will risk people's lives for this chalupa. Makes no sense. But you want to get on to me about enjoying a hot dog every once in a while? Yeah, dude. I'm the glizzy champ. Whatever, dude.
Dude, I got a fucking. That's another thing. I literally. It's so funny you bringing this up, bro. Because I literally have a fucking bit. Because it's real. I'm not bringing it up like, hey, check out my comment. It's more, dude. Legitimately, this is me, which is why it's the God's honest truth. I eat Taco Bell probably like at least 2-3 times a week. Man. But if you try to give me salmon, I'm like, is it wild caught? Because it's like. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's so funny because I was watching your
beef that requires water to be added to it for it to exist, and you're worried about where the fucking salmon came from, bro. That's not what's gonna kill you.
I was watching an episode. And you were talking to somebody about how tilapia is so bad, but you should get sockeye salmon because it's so good. And here you are admitting that you eat Taco Bell at least 3 times a week. You're a fucking piece of
totally.
shit.
I'll eat a Whataburger, but I'll be like, make sure to get grass-fed, grass-finished beef at the store. Like that's a legit. That's not even funny. That's just the truth.
Yeah, that's just who you are. I mean,
it's fucking hypocrisy.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I eat very clean, but man, and as much as I hate McDonald's, like the Golden Arches were open during the pandemic. That was like America's guiding light, you know? Like they were open. Like they were like, we will keep. They're the backbone of America, dude. And so sometimes I want to.
How much are they paying you? They were the guiding light,
dude.
They were really the guiding light. By the way, did you know they donated over $2.5 million per day to charity?
Yeah, the Ronald McDonald House is a real charity. They don't funnel the money anywhere, I promise. They're building houses for poor people at a faster rate than Habitat for Humanity. I swear, they showed me the numbers. No, but like I want a double cheeseburger sometimes, and they have the best Coke there, and I don't drink soda often, but I'll go there. But I try to eat as clean as possible. But I don't complain about like people's eating habits. Like if you eat like a piece of shit, that's on you, dude. Like that's not my life. You do whatever you want. But if you come to me and complain about like how you're sick or how you can't lose weight, that's when I have the problem. Just like,
yeah,
because if I tell you what you could do different, then you're like, no, I'm just gonna keep taking these pills.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny though how like certain things, like in California, I know they're in Texas too, but in California, because that's where it originated from. If you see like I'll tell you the California version, then the Texas version. California version is if you see a Jack in the Box or a McDonald's or whatever that's right next to a fucking In-N-Out.
Yeah,
dude, that's getting outshined day and night, bro. That fucking McDonald's or that Jack in the Box is like the old stripper at the club that's like, fucking please come and love me. I'll do whatever. I'll let you do anything, and that fucking In-N-Out.
For $15,
the
I'll
hot
let you,
young fucking like guys are lining up.
Yeah.
Same with Whataburger in Texas, right? There's a dude on my way home. There's a fucking, every time I drive from comedy late at night, there's a Jack in the Box that is right next to a Whataburger. Mm-hmm. And dude, that Jack in the Box, bro, there's like one car in that drive-thru, bro, and the Whataburger's out to the fucking parking lot.
Yeah, if you're in that Jack in the Box parking drive-thru at that time, like you didn't want to wait in that line.
Yeah,
it's like
that's the only reason.
It's like shooting that you up text to a bunch of girls, and like the least girl that you didn't want to answer, like, yeah, fuck it, I guess I'll go. I'm horny. No big deal.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, that's what Jack in the Box is.
It's like, come on, baby, I'll get you in and out in 5 minutes.
That's all I need.
I'll do anything. Please love me. It's like fucking sitting there.
Yeah, and I'm guilty also. I'll have a Jack in the Box taco every once in a while. I'm pretty sure it's anchovy paste. It's not even meat. I think it's anchovy pasted inside the tacos at Jack in the Box. I don't know if that's true or not. I had friends that work there, and that's what they told me. So
anchovy paste, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But
that's like the quote unquote beef.
Yeah, it might be beef mixed with anchovy. Like you can do so much with. Okay. Yeah, so be able to.
Those tacos are weird, bro. They're horrible.
They are so bad.
They're bad for you.
They're terrible for you, and it
doesn't even look like a taco,
dude. Like the last time I had it, and it's always when I'm like just shit faced drunk. Like that sounds like a good idea, and it's never.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's something about being like drunk that you want the worst thing. I guess because you've already made the worst decision possible. Like treating your body like fucking having to filter all this alcohol out. So it's like, why not just add more shit onto this pile of shit, So we just go have bad food. But
I'll tell you, it's all about lifestyle balance, right? Because you're talking about like, don't complain when you're sick, don't complain if you want to eat like shit, whatever, But I feel like this, like that if you eat Taco Bell every now and then or one time during the week when it's late, or you eat like
justify
fast food,
yourself, yeah.
Hypothetically, if you are eating Taco Bell, but like, let's say you work out fucking 3, 4, 5 days a week. And then also your other meals you're consuming throughout the week are fucking wholesome meals with like real meat and like vegetables and fucking some good quality shit. You're taking supplements, hypothetically, every day, fish oil, vitamin D, you know what I mean? You're taking care of yourself, then it's not going to affect you as much. But if you're eating it 3 times a day, because there are people that do that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then that's the problem. And they don't, not everybody works out. I think this is new younger generation. They've taken like working out very serious. Like they're trying to get in shape. Like if you're like 35 and up and you're not working out, there's probably not a chance you're going to start anytime soon. I think it's
less likely.
It's a lot less likely.
I haven't seen stats, but I'm sure it drops off.
I'm just going off of people that I know that are over 35. And
I think it drops off.
Yeah, like you're not going to do it. And if you do, great for you, but you're an outlier. But it's the people younger than us, like they're seeing like how bad these fucking restaurants are, like Applebee's. They don't go. I mean, they'll still go there, but they won't go there as much as they because this is the healthy way to do it. It's like I have sockeye salmon 3 times a week, but sometimes I go to Taco Bell because I hate myself.
Hypothetically,
hypothetically hate yourself.
It is true though, man. Like millennials and then on down to Gen Z, it is true. That's why restaurants like Chipotle and fucking all these restaurants where something is, even if it's not necessarily healthy, it's like fresh and it's very transparent about how it's made. It's either the customer service and the transparency is really high. Like Chick-fil-A, most of the stuff on their menu isn't necessarily that great for you, but they're so customer service oriented and everything is so transparent. Like you look into a Chick-fil-A from the drive-thru window, you can see everything going on. Like it's very clean, bright, like transparent, friendly. And then on the other side, you got things that are pretty, if you eat the right things there, it actually is really fucking healthy. Like Chipotle, dude. If you're not like dousing it in fucking sour cream and cheese and like the guac and stuff like that, it actually is pretty healthy, dude. You got meat, brown rice, black beans. That's great for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I agree. It's I've never been there, but it's like, that is the way to
You've never been there?
Never been to Chipotle.
What the fuck is all these? Who are all these people, bro? Is there a Facebook group of people who've never been to Chipotle?
You're not
My
allowed
mother-in-law
in 'cause
has
you've been there.
never eaten there in her
Your
life.
mother-in-law's in the Facebook group, just so you know. We talk shit
Megan,
about
you
it.
know
Yeah,
her.
Megan.
Okay.
We call her Megan. I pronounce her name wrong. I'm sorry.
Dude. But yeah, all these places are legitimately like healthier. Or that one, what's the Mediterranean version of Chipotle, where it's like, I want this and this and this and this, and you go through the line. It's like the same format, but it's Mediterranean food instead of Mexican.
Where is this?
Mexican. I forget what it's called. It's called like saffron. That's not it.
That's like spice, I think.
Spice?
I think saffron is a spice.
Saffron is a spice, but it's called something like that.
Is it a chain?
It is a chain.
Huh. I don't know.
It's
this
not
one.
what I said. That's a bullshit guess. But it's something in that neighborhood.
That sounds great. I love Mediterranean food. Like, it's so flavorful. It's so good. There's a place in
What if there was Mediterranean food?
Mediterranean food?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Like fucking, let me get a gyro.
You know how much people don't like metal though? Like I see,
Oh, yeah.
I always
A lot
look
of
at
people
that banner, that Slipknot banner you have. I'm like, fuck, that's so like, it's so rare to find someone who likes metal.
Yeah, well, you don't like certain things. You hate, don't tell me. You hate, who do you hate? You hate Hollywood Undead.
I do
you
hate
don't like them at all.
You remember
That's
that.
not metal really, but
No, but
it's in the wheelhouse.
it's in with that weird, somehow they get lumped in.
They get lumped in.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan. Like, Five Finger Death
See where you're
Punch,
coming from.
I'm not a fan of.
Dude, that's the ultimate douchebag band to me.
And I have some people that love it. I'm just like, what do you like? Like, all the songs sound the same to me.
I have friends that have been in, have played in bands that have been on shows with them.
Oh yeah.
And they have told me, this is total second, third hand information. So I've never met these guys.
Yeah.
But I will say that I know people who have played with them and have said that they were douchebags.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
the guy's name's Ivan Moody.
Is it?
Yeah. The
Is
singer,
it?
I'm just like, I don't like the name. Change it. You
Yeah.
know? And if he ever watches this, I'm just joking because the guitarist does a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I think. So don't beat me up. I'm just fucking around. It's a bad name though. I think his name's Zoltar or Zoltan. The guitar.
Zoltan.
It's something like that. They have weird name. Also, past that, the music's not good. But I do love metal, and it's really hard to find people who love metal and also have their life together.
that is true.
Because it's something about like when you're a metalhead, you're just like, fuck everything. I'm not gonna, and you just end up working at like Burger King the rest of your life or something. You know, you have like a mediocre.
This is a
life.
lifestyle. Yeah. There are definitely some people.
Yeah,
that
it's a
fucking-
lot. And like I wanted, like I was looking for someone to go because they were playing in Oklahoma, and I was like, I don't want to go to Oklahoma alone, but I
No.
do want to go see their show. I was like, if I could find somebody who would go with me and we'll split the cost of a room, we'll stay together, so it'll be just cheaper. No one seems to like metal whatsoever, and it's very upsetting. Like I don't
It's
know.
definitely a niche or a niche,
A niche.
depending on who you are. I have a friend who only says niche.
Yeah.
I guess you can legitimately say that word either way, though. I guess there's no wrong way
I
to
guess
say
it's
it.
really the niche thing about it. It's
Yeah.
that's a dumb one, huh?
According to something that I can't remember, supposedly you can say it either way, but there are it's a fucking like a specific thing to be into.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You know?
it's very upsetting because
Yeah.
it's so good. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it gets shit like, 'cause I had my best friend. He was just like,
What metal bands do you like? Top three.
do you consider Opeth a metal band?
That's like black metal.
Yeah, but
death metal.
Okay, so regular metal. Does Megadeth count?
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
good.
Yeah,
Just making sure I wasn't
that's
sure if you could-
foundational.
Okay,
You know, fucking.
because they've been on it since.
I love Megadeth.
Man.
My favorite album is probably Rust in Peace.
It is
Probably my favorite Megadeth
fucking
album.
Great album, dude. Like, they haven't had a sleeper for me. Like they are like all their albums are just great. If you compare it to my Metallica, people love Metallica.
I love Metallica too.
And so do I. But like for a long time, I thought Metallica over anything. And then I got into Megadeth, and I was just like, wait, why do people love Metallica so much? Like they love the first 4 albums, which are like thrash heavy albums.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that. They
They did. I like some of the stuff after that too. It's not all bangers though, like the first 4 albums.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat. Megadeth, I think the thing with Megadeth too is you have to understand the story of Megadeth to be really into it. Like you have to understand, dude, Dave Mustaine founded Metallica. He taught those guys how to fucking play in a band. He taught those guys how to fucking play, how to look, how to act. He molded Lars and James. Like, he taught them in the whole fucking thing. He was a drunk idiot at the time. He got kicked out of the band. So then he starts a whole other band, right? That's equally as original, because he was the guy who kind of founded that initial thrash sound that they took off with. And he's doing it, and he starts singing because he can't find a singer for the band that they're happy with.
Yeah.
So like the whole story of Megadeth, I feel.
Yeah, I think it makes it a better story for it. But no, like you said, no, not everybody knows that. They just know Metallica, and that's fucking it. But
yeah.
Like, I was literally on my way up here, I heard Mechanics, which is his version of Four Horsemen.
Yes.
It's so much better. Like, it's just like...
It's faster.
Oh, it's faster. It's angry. And like, he brings it, dude. And I don't know if you saw when they had that big... I guess like 30th anniversary, and they had him back on. So they had like a big 30th anniversary, and they brought back all the old players. They even brought back Jason Newsted for like a few songs. Yeah, so they had Dave up there, and they were playing some of the original stuff. And man, I recommend go watching that on YouTube, because Lars can't drum for shit.
Right.
He's not a great drummer.
Yeah,
he can compose songs really well.
Yeah.
But he's not a great drummer.
Yeah.
He brings out the best in Lars. Like, he's on tempo. He's playing fast as fuck, and Dave's just like, he does not let up, dude. I'm just like, this is like what the band, and I really, and this sounds awful, but I kind of hope Kirk Hammett has like an injury or something where he has to retire, like Bond.
And then they bring back Dave Mustaine.
And they bring back
that
Dave
would be
Mustaine.
crazy.
That would be
dude.
great, dude. I would be very excited. But like what I'm saying, I guess my whole point is that no one's aggressive anymore. No one likes aggressive music. Everybody likes hip hop or pop. It's just like,
I think a lot of people do like, I mean, there are markets that have like, we have like my fucking music project. We have fans, you know what I mean? It's definitely like a niche thing though, for sure. But I feel
changed it. He said niche the first time.
Yeah. I'm trying to equally distribute the niche and the niche, but like we have fucking, you know, I feel like, the mainstream audience is always going to be the majority, and what the mainstream audience is, like what the music is always going to kind of shift and change over time a little bit.
It's true.
You know what I mean? But, it's an interesting time. It's a really interesting time because like rap is becoming more like emotional.
Yeah.
And like,
I think we talked about this literally last time.
We did talk about this a little bit last time.
Yeah. And I asked you, which way do you think rap's going to go?
Yeah.
Because it is emotional. Is it going to circle back into rap, like gangster rap, or do you think it's just going to
genres are blending together more and more? And I don't know if that's a trend, because like that was kind of going on 20 years ago, and it's kind of happening right now. I don't know if that means that it's going to change the way that everything is, or if everything's going to go back to being separated again. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. I guess because they have country rap now, which is
that's kind of old though. That's kind of been around.
It peaked its head up in like the 2000s.
Yeah,
and it didn't get in near enough traction. Like, he had Big and Rich and whatever.
I think what it is everything with music is going to mold kind of like Idiocracy.
What was it been on an Idiocracy tear here? Yeah.
What is it again? Like the fucking the homeboy slang mixed with redneck or whatever.
I know.
Like that's how people talked. He said something like that. Like over the 500 years when people got dumber and dumber, like everything just kind of blended together.
And it's homeboy slang.
Yeah, everybody kind of talks like a cholo mixed with a fucking redneck. Like they tried to make it so it was all just blended into like a dumb fucking language.
A cool dialect for the future. That makes sense though. I mean, what can you do?
I like when he's like, say something smart when he's in the White House. I forget what he says. It's not even, and he goes, that was pretty smart.
Camacho, is that the president's name?
That's the fucking president. But this guy was like the Secretary of Defense, something. He wasn't the president. This was like a Hispanic dude or something.
I got to rewatch. I've only seen it one time, and that's a banger of a movie, dude.
It's a fucking great movie.
It's so good, dude. But it's just sad because it's like, this is what we are headed that way.
It's slowly going that way.
I had family members, like I have a nephew who loves to read. Like, he will spend his time reading, and that's really hard to find. He's like 16 or 17. And he's reading like Dostoevsky, and I read
Crime and Punishment.
Yeah, Crime and Punishment.
CMP.
Yeah, and, I mean, I'm reading that at 30. He's like 17 reading this, and he went to go ask his parents like what he thought the book was about, and they're like, "We don't read. If you want to talk to us about TV, that'd be great, but we can talk to you about the Righteous Gemstones." And he was like, "I'm out of here," and he just left. I was just like, I kind of feel bad, like, because if you don't get someone who's like is on the level that you're at, you're just going to either progress into just, becoming, what is that? Notes from the Underground, where you just think you're smarter than everybody, or you regress and just stop reading because you want to fit in with everybody, Yeah,
I think maybe when that kid goes to college, though, he's going to run into a lot of people that are like-minded.
Hopefully. I mean, I don't even know if personally, I don't want him to go to college. Like, it's such a scam. Like, a fucking.
It is a scam.
Everything in this country is a scam.
It is a scam. Community college isn't really a scam, though. If you go to a decent community college, it's way cheaper. You get some high-quality education. There are a lot of them with really great professors. You're paying a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you beat the system.
That is true, but people stigmatize community college so much, which is so
They
frustrating.
They
In
do.
trade schools, because I remember when I was in high school, I had a guy with a trade school talking about in 3 years you could be an electrician and you could be making this much money. And after the guy left, the teacher was like, that was great and all, but I want y'all to know it's not a real college. You won't get an education that's going to further your advancement in life if you go there.
Yeah, and all those people will make way more money.
Yeah, and I'm just,
actually learn a
I
skill.
listened to this dumb broad who was like a speech. I mean, she was a nice lady, but she was a speech teacher.
Right.
You're in like, and I went to the school.
Public speaking?
Yeah, I guess. No, I had cleft lips. I got no, like a public speaker. It was an elective.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you're just teaching at like a school in the middle of nowhere. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I just like I listened to her because I thought she knew something. But like, trade school would have been great. You know, that's a nice handy skill to have. Any of them, electrician, plumber, fucking woodworking for
And
God's
people
sakes.
don't realize, like, the guy, I forget the guy's name, but the guy who like does dirty jobs, like hosts dirty
Micro,
jobs.
yeah.
He talks about that. He talks about like, dude, with this generation, everybody wants to be like a fucking, you know, like get paid $1 million to be on Twitch. Everybody wants to be on YouTube. Everybody wants to do all these things. And it's like for infrastructure to go on and for life to go on, you're going to need people that know how to do these jobs, like electricians, carpenters, you know, welders. Like, these are real professions where you can make a shitload of money and you have a real skill where you do something that it's going to be a very long time before a machine replaces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you fucking, and people don't, like, generationally, there's just like less and less people that want to go into it. I don't know if that's true, but that was kind of what he was bitching about. But don't you like Louis C.K.'s bit about that? The vocational school, the
we
trade
talked
school?
about how they're smarter than the college student, right? Like average college. I think it's what the bit is.
I think you're talking about the guy that was like a fucking trash guy or whatever that's 50, and he's smarter just because he's seen things.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm talking about where he did a show. He's like, I did a show recently, and it was in like a trade school, or vocational high school, right? And he's like, and I forgot they had these things. He's like, because I used to have them when I was young. He's like, because like when you grow up, it's like you can be anything you want. You can be the president of the United States. You can do anything. It's like, but if you go to this school, it's like you can do these 4 things. That's what we have the faith that you're allowed to do.
Yes.
I fucking love that bit.
That's hilarious.
Dude. So fucking good. You can do a few things.
Yeah, you can do a few, but one thing really well, for sure. Yeah, but you know, it really is like, I met a guy, I was at Cancun in a resort, and I met this couple, and they're like in their 40s, and the guy was a plumber. He had his own plumbing company. And me and like, I'm an old person inside, but I just look youthful because I drink the blood of the innocent.
Yeah.
You know, like I keep this
Way to
going.
go.
Yeah. But he was talking about how he goes to WinStar at least twice a month with like a couple grand.
The casino.
Yeah, a casino. And I'm just like, we can't hang out with these people because they were like, they don't live too far from where I live. I was like, we can't ball with these people. I was like, I don't make that kind of money.
And they might not either. They might be living on debt.
No,
I'm not. I don't know these people. I'm just saying there are people that do that.
Yeah, there are. These were not these people. These people
Okay.
had their life together. And
Okay.
I'm just like, God damn it, man! I should have been a plumber. And all he does is commercial plumbing. He doesn't go inside houses and fix like shit toilets that aren't working. He installs the plumbing for like big buildings. I'm
Sure.
God, that's the way to. But you know, I made great life decisions. As I'm still doing it. You know, so I'm just gonna be poor the rest of my life. Welcome to America, dude.
Well, that's the American way.
That is
You know,
it. Yeah.
Being poor and being angry.
Being poor, angry, and the only way you can make it is tax fraud.
That is
Which
right, folks.
that is,
okay, so let that be heard.
Yeah, we're going back to the libertarian podcast. So we're bringing it,
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back.
God damn it.
All these libs and conservatives are making everything hard in this country.
Oh my God, man. Well, dude, thanks for coming by again.
Thank you for the invite.
All right. Yeah, dude, come back any fucking time. I got to have you back with somebody else that you gel with. We'll figure out some other guest, have you here.
They can keep up. Invite them.
Dude,
I fucking
that's the
got it,
thing.
dude.
That's the problem because you are a fucking contender. It's like, personally, you, like, every guest is great, don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but like you, fucking now Zach Robbins.
fully
great.
transitioned Zach Robbins. Yeah, he's hilarious.
He's great, dude.
Oh,
He's got a great presence. I tell him. Sean Santos, dude, he's got a pretty good presence, man. I like him. I like
Dude,
him. He
he's
does
scared.
well.
He actually shaved his head, and that startled me when I first, because I didn't recognize him.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, dude. I did like, I could not recognize him. I was like, I know he's like, I think he's Hispanic of some sort, but like, as soon as I see a bald shaved head,
Brazilian.
and I look and I just think like skinhead, and that's what not that I just what I think, because it's what I thought. And I told him that, and I was like, he was like, don't say that. And I was like, I'm really sorry. This is what I thought, but
Yeah.
it just startling because he had a good set of hair, and he was like, fuck it, gone.
Yeah.
It made no sense to me.
Yeah, who knows, man?
Yeah.
You know, that's the American way.
Yeah, just do whatever, dude.
Do things that make no sense. Okay. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for coming back with us. We're going to be back with you next week. Check out Marc Plata. Check me out this weekend, Comedy Arena, and all the other shit I told you about. And yeah, man, that's it. Crux, yeah.
Cool, dude.
Let me hear you say Crux, yeah. Crux, yeah.